Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to do something a little bit more different for a video. It's 2017, I've been on here for 3 years, I think, almost 3 years this year. And I just feel like we really haven't gotten close. And I want to talk to you guys and coming back to you guys. All I do is post makeup look, makeup look, makeup look. And I feel like you guys don't really know who I really am. And I feel like 2017 is going to be the year where we're going to let all that shit go and you're gonna find out who the fuck I am. So I saw Desi's and Manny's video, their 20 random facts tag, and kind of like, you got to know them a little bit more, and you know, instead of being an acquaintance, you get to be more of a friend, and I love that. I want you guys to feel the same with me, and I want to be the same with you guys. Somewhat natural look today. I am great. And yesterday I got my teeth whitened, so if you guys see a little bit of a difference, it's not Facetune or anything. Like, I paid the dollars and I got that shit done. Be sure to follow me on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, all of the above, you know the deal. Random fact number 1, I am a huge tea drinker, and I'm not just drinking like any tea. I love raspberry tea, lemon tea, a lot of fruity teas. I'm not really into the hot kind of tea or like the tea spilling person. I'm more of like, I really like to drink tea. I think like some of my older videos you can see that I had tea with me or something, but I'm a huge tea drinker. I'd rather drink tea than like soda or coffee or anything like that. Random fact number 2, my first kiss was when I was in 1st grade, and it was with a boy named Danny, and I thought I had a huge crush on him, and he was super cute, and he read all Junie B. Jones books. He was obsessed with them and I was obsessed with them, so I felt like we had a thing. And one day when we were like in restroom break or something, I went in there and he was in there and I kissed him, and then I ran to homeroom and I was the happiest little boy ever. Random fact number 3, 2016 summer edition of my life. You guys know I was moving June or July, that whole month. I was living with one of my best friend, Elisa, and I'm super grateful for her. And that was also the month that I ended up hoeing the fuck out. And I don't remember how many men I was with. All I know is that we went through a lot of condoms. Fact number 4, when I was younger, I ended up getting into 2 fist fights. One with a guy in a bouncy house when I was at my cousin's house, and there was a party in front of their house. Somehow I was there, I don't know. I got into that, and then the second one was with the first guy I ever lost my virginity to. Random fact number 5, I've always been obsessed with doggies. I love dogs. There's nothing to do with cats. I'm a dog person. I love dogs. I've been around dogs my whole entire life, and I just love them. I call them my fur babies because I truly think they are my fur babies. Random fact number 6, if you guys are OG subscribers, like super OG subscribers, you guys know that I made a video about a video game, and I feel like nobody watched it because it was about a video game and I'm like more beauty stuff, but I love fucking video games, you guys. Like, I'm a huge gamer. I love playing like Sims or like The Last of Us, or I just love storytelling and jumping into another universe and a new world and escaping our own when our own might be just too depressing to live in sometimes. And especially now, you know, I'm a huge gamer. And in fact number 7, I have had a crush on a boy when I was in 1st grade, or actually I think I was like even younger, like in pre-K or something. And I remember I wanted to kiss him in his closet because I was at his house, and I never got the nerve to doing it. And I've always like, oh my god, like what the fuck. And later on in life I ended up meeting him again, and we ended up being really cool. And then last year, girl, all of my good stuff went away with him, girl. We ended up being fact number 8, when I was younger and it was like summertime when the pool was out and I was like in middle school or something, I was a huge lover of animals, all animals, absolutely. And I still am, but I included insects back then. And I hate them now, and it was because when I was at the pool, there was a bee floating in the pool, and I was so sad that it was in the pool drowning. And so I picked it up like this, and it stung my fucking thumb, and it hurt like a motherfucker, and that shit hurt me. And I never like insects till that day. I hate going outside just to go in my backyard. I don't even like going in my backyard. I like literally like put concrete everywhere because I don't want to see grass because that means there's animals. Back when, I don't know if you guys ever seen my coming out video, but I will leave it down below. But I mean, if you guys want me to do an update video on that, I definitely will. When I came out to my parents, it was a very different experience than I came out to all of my friends in high school and stuff, just because, you know, I didn't care what anyone at school thought about me. I didn't care what anyone thought about me on online presence. I really didn't give a fuck. I really thought about my family and my close family, thinking what they were gonna do to me, because we went to church a lot, and I was the little boy that did all the communions. I did all of the, what the fuck, the communions, the confirmations, all that bullshit. And you know, not to be rude to religion or anything, but you know, I did all of that, and my parents were very religious, and I was very scared that they were gonna disown me, because you see on YouTube, well, back then I used to see a lot of videos on like people being disowned by their parents because of their religion, and I was very afraid of that myself, and it was very disheartening to me that you know not a lot of people view homosexuality the same as other people. And I had like, it was like a huge, like you were going up the roller coaster for me. Like I said this, like it was like going up a roller coaster and being at the top, and you can't go through because you're not being released from that emotion. And whenever I told my mom, like it was just like everything just became right for me. Like it was when I felt like I could be myself 100%, and I didn't have to hide behind a certain persona or a certain face, or I had to lower my voice just to talk to in front of anybody, or I had to knot down my hair like a crazy color just because I wanted to do that. And that's why I felt very free like my last year of high school. And you know, I'm very happy and fortunate to have loving parents that love me and support me. And now, even to this day, they come in every day in my room, and sometimes they see me glam, and they'll be like, hurry up and finish your damn makeup so you can go and eat, which is, I never ever thought that would happen to me, so I'm very, very blessed. Ever since I was younger, I always knew I was going to be an artist in some way or form, but I always thought I was going to be singing, just because I love singing and I love music, and I have such a passion for music. Like, why can't you hold me in the street? Why can't I kiss you on the dance floor? It's one of the biggest things in my life that I have to have around me, or else I get very sad or depressed. And I feel like that's kind of like my weakness. I just have to have a presence around me. And when I hear music, I just feel very happy. And I always thought I was going to be like a Lizzie McGuire. I grew up watching Lizzie McGuire, Hannah Montana, Lemonade Mouth, like stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So I always thought I was going to be something in that era. And I joined choir in middle school, and I loved it. And I loved it so much. And I kind of wish I never let go of being in choir in high school, but I did. And you know, my voice isn't the same as how it was vocally trained back then. My next random fact, it might be 11, and my first ever car crash ended up being when I was working at Ulta, and I was on my way to work, and I crashed into someone because the lady was going this way, and I was going forward, but she went because the sun was vlogging her, and she thought no one was there, and she crashed into me, and that bitch ended up being a cousin of my best friend's, which is insane how life works around. And that was my first and only car crash. Knock on fucking wood. I never want to do that ever again. Horrible experience. Random fact number 12, freshman year when I came out, I kind of came out forcibly, like I was forced out of the way, just because back then MySpace was such a big thing, and it was such a poppin' app, and it was just the best thing ever, and you would just be on there for days. I would be on there for hours, like, let's be honest. And I kind of thought I was being slick, and I commented under boys' photos, being like, yeah, daddy, give it to me, like, I don't know, just random shit. And the person who I thought was my best friend at the time, she and two other girls who I thought I was very close to, we were in English class, and they sat in front of me, and they started talking about like, oh my god, it's time for us to get him out of the closet, like let's push him out, like shit like that. Like it got to me very so that I felt like I had to come out myself, because I was not going to be let out by anyone else. Like, don't ever feel that way. Like, now that I think about it, like I would approach the situation a little bit differently. Like I would now be like, talk to them, be like, I know what you're doing, you don't scare me, if I want to come out, I will come out. It's none of your fucking business. And get the fuck and go do whatever you gotta do, and I'll do me. But it hurt me because I thought they were my very best friends, and I'm not close to them whatsoever this at all. Like, ew, like they're just disgusting. And karma comes a way around. Karma gets you, and they all ended up being very loose, very ugly, and just failures. By the way, the first person I ever came out to, I am still friends to this day, so shout out to you, Gabby, for being the realist. Random fact number 13, I fucking hate styrofoam. I fucking hate styrofoam with such a passion. Like, oh, like styrofoam, you can crumple it up and it just makes the nastiest noise to me. I cringe. It's like, oh, it just pulls a button in me that I hate so much. And I freaking hate styrofoam. Don't get it near me. Don't give me a styrofoam cup. Give me a fucking, that's why I kind of don't get styrofoam cups like a Quick Trip or something, because I hate them. Oh. No, we're not gonna play those games today. For 14, when I was younger in middle school, a girl actually messaged me on MySpace and asked me if we wanted to be boyfriend and girlfriend, and I accepted because I was still in the closet, and I just knew it didn't feel correct, and within an hour we ended up breaking up. So I have dated a girl. I think it still counts. For 15, 5, in first grade, we had like reading time, like reading hours. I don't know what the fuck they called it. And we would go to different rooms just to experience different people. And for me, that was when I thought I was being funny or something. And I had it with a whole bunch of 5th graders. Mind you, I was in first grade, so they were a lot older than me. And to seem cool, I thought farting was a good way to relate to them. We're gonna go there. We're gonna go there. So we were reading in a circle, and my teacher was like reading to us, and I remember having like a Simpsons watch, like from Burger King or something, and I remember I had that, and I remember like, okay, it's time for me to fart because it was like super silent, and I ended up letting a big one out of my life. Oh my god, and the teacher stopped fucking reading, and everyone around me started screaming, and it was just so embarrassing, and I don't know what the fuck I thought. Number 16, I never ever played a sport, like a real sport. The only sport I ever touched was tetherball, and that was my thing. It is, I will not do swimming, I will not do anything. No, don't ever give me that. Random fact number 17, in all my 21 years of life, I think I've had about 40 cellular phones, and I am ashamed. I am a cell phone-aholic. I am so sorry. I've gotten under control now that I've been in high school and college, but I remember I've had 40 phones. I remember starting with like one from Walmart that was like a small, just a little prepaid phone that you can get at Walmart. It was from T-Mobile, and I remember having that, and I felt so cool because I could like call my mom and feel like a badass. And then I remember going from that little prepaid phone to like flip phones, to just flat phones, like to sidekicks, to razors, to chocolates, to Motorola's, to fucking touchscreens like Androids, and then to finally going to the iPhones, you know. I've had a lot of phones. Random fact number 18. I am the palest of my whole family. Like, it looks like I'm adopted, and I don't know why. I'm the palest of my whole family. Like, I'm pale, like I'm vanilla, and everybody else is like tan, and I'm not. And it's crazy. Fact number 19, I am very OCD about decor or anything aesthetically pleasing. I have OCD to the point where like I feel like I need to clean every 5 minutes, or I have it to like everything has to be in its place and it can't be out of place. White, it has to be complemented with colors that it has to be with white. It has to be complementary. This is pissing me off. Random fact number 20. In middle school, I don't know if you guys remember, but if you're like a little bit older, you might remember there were like hotlines you could call. And I remember I was on them, and I remember I had like minutes, because you had to pay for minutes back then. And I remember I ended up wasting all my minutes on that. And I remember I met a guy once, and we exchanged numbers, and my voice hasn't dropped yet. Trust me, it was like very high pitched. Like I could sing Whitney Houston high pitched. I don't want to be like a catfish, but like an OG kind of catfish kind of thing, where he kind of thought like I was a girl, and I ended up like, we just had like a phone conversations all the time. Like I would call him during like 1 o'clock in the morning, be on the phone, and I'm still surprised why my mom never heard me if I was like literally around the corner. I remember like asking about his mom, and like I think it was at a barbecue once. Like it was just crazy. And yeah, those were 20 random facts about me. I hope you guys enjoyed it and found something interesting about my life. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys like these type of videos, definitely let me know. Let me know down below, and let me know what you guys want to see next from me. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.